Jake and I are family. For those of you who don't know, my wife and Jake's mom are sisters, so Jake is my nephew. And I've said this before, but when I first met my wife, Jake was a wee little 5-year-old kid. And he's all grown up now.
Yeah. I remember growing up and watching you progress with Dream Theater for the last 30 years, 25 years.
Yeah. Well, it's almost 30 years. Yeah, we're like 28 or something like that. Yeah, we're getting up there. And it's been cool too with Jake. Since first meeting you when you were so little, and then watching you grow, as a teenager and getting into guitar and music and everything, and then now having this great successful career with Periphery, and I open up the guitar magazines and I see Jake in there, like, yeah, go Jake. Well, for me, I mean, I initially didn't grow up in a musical family. My house wasn't, growing up as a kid, wasn't like my house is now as an adult with my kids. My sister played the organ. That was about it. But now, fast forward, I mean, I met my wife, Raina. She's a guitar player. She plays in Judas Priest. When I met her, she was in a band called Mean Streak, which is an all-girl metal band. Yeah, Judas Priestess is an all-girl tribute to Judas Priest, and she's an amazing guitar player. And so the two of us play. We have 3 teenage kids, boy and 2 girls, and they all play and sing, and they're all into the arts and dance and musical theater and songwriting. And of course, Jake is a guitar player and songwriter and professional now. So it's all in the family, and it's all part of what we do, and part of what's normal for us. It's kind of like, you get like cop families and sports families, and, so everybody sees music and being successful in the arts as something that's attainable and that's possible.
As John said, when he grew up, music wasn't such a huge part of his family, and it was different for me because my mom played, my uncle Mark played, and John played, and everybody, he kind of like made it this musical family that didn't exist before, and it was just cool when we'd all get together on the holidays and be able to be around that kind of family and everything. So it was really valuable in terms of my musical upbringing, because it made me realize that there was having a musical career was a thing that was possible, and not kind of like a pipe dream.
We both use and are endorsed by the same pickup company, DiMarzio, and Larry DiMarzio had this great idea of doing a dual video shoot. So for the first time, we were able to do something very similar to this, but with guitars and playing and talking about pickups. And we did that at the studio that I was recording at. So then that's where Jake heard the music. So it's kind of neat. Again, starting out, me meeting my wife and her sister, and then, this little 5-year-old kid, and I hate to keep bringing that up.
No, it blows my mind every time.
And then fast forward, and then we're doing professional things together. Yeah. It's amazing. It's awesome.
Periphery did a tour with Dream Theater in Europe, and it was probably the most professional, the most fun, the most just incredible tour that we've done to date. It's really up there as like one of the top tours that we've ever done, and that was it was also a learning experience for us too, because we're very much a club band at this point. But thanks to getting that opening slot, we were thrust upon these much larger stages, and it really taught us a lot of things about ourselves and our band and our sound, and what we got to do to present ourselves on a stage like that. So when you guys are ready, we're ready.
Okay. Definitely.